Hi there viewers, I'm the Extraordinary Tourist and welcome to day 27 of the InkTober challenge. On your screen there you can see the official rules for InkTober, followed by my unofficial rules for using digital inks that I've given myself because I want to make my experience as close as possible to the traditional one as I can while still using digital inks. In case you're wondering what my digital inks are, I'm using my Pablo Coast 22 pen display monitor, which I've teamed with a copy of Clip Studio Paint EX, and within that software I'm sticking to using the eraser, pencil and pen tools. Today's drawing is like a part 2 of yesterday's drawing, in which I drew a selection of animals from my Australian Animal series of paintings. Yesterday I drew 4 animals and today I drew the other 5. In this selection you've got the emu, the kangaroo, the echidna, the platypus and the frill-necked lizard. And I thought, seeing as how I did those ones yesterday, I may as well complete the set, because I quite liked how yesterday's drawing turned out in terms of the composition, and I thought doing the remaining animals in a similar composition would be a good sort of complementary piece to match that one. And so that's pretty much what I did, and as you can see I didn't particularly set out to reproduce the drawings that I did for the paintings exactly. Sort of kept the animals in their style, but wherever I felt it would improve the composition I sort of changed them up a bit. So you can see the kangaroo is in a completely different position to what it was in the painting. And I think the platypus is as well. The emu and the echidna and the frill-necked lizard are pretty much in the very similar positions to what they were in the painting. The frill-necked lizard is the most different out of those 3. There's not a whole lot more I can tell you about this, other than this one took nearly double the time to complete as in comparison to yesterday's artwork, which was probably due to the extra animal on one part, but also because I took a lot longer doing the inking on this one. I think I did a lot more detail than in the previous one. Particularly because I had the platypus in the middle there actually swimming in some water, and I wanted to try and give the water some kind of shading, so I ended up having to do quite a lot of sort of little waves and stuff throughout that to sort of change the sort of tone of the water, which I thought would help make the animals stand out a bit more as well. I also did a lot more texture on some of the animals themselves. It's always a bit of a conflict in your head when you're doing this kind of inking, where you're trying to shade using your black ink as well, because it always feels like when you're doing all this cross-hatching stuff that you're getting a bit carried away perhaps, or it's not looking all that good. But what tends to happen is, like, it might look a bit awkward on the actual image that you're drawing it on, but once you shrink it down a bit, it sort of turns all the cross-hatching more into the tones that you're trying to get, and the darker lines tend to stand out more, and overall the final result looks usually looks pretty good once you get that sort of slight reduction in it to make the cross-hatching look a bit finer and a little less clunky compared to what it is when you look at it at the original size it was drawn at. But there you go, you can see all my little waves in the water there and all of the cross-hatching and whatever. Some of the line work on this was a bit shakier, which I'm putting down to me just being a bit tired at the time of drawing this one, because it wasn't really anything to do with the pen display tablet. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and until the next one, thanks for watching.